Singapore, also known as the Lion City, is a gem that has a lot to offer to the world. It's the land where diversity unites. As one of Asia's four economic tigers, Singapore is one of the most modern countries in the world. Today, I'm going to share with you some facts on Singapore, its world-class tourism, as well as its most important national holidays. First, let's talk about some general facts about this beautiful country. Singapore is a very small country compared to the United States, with a total area of only 722 square kilometers of land, compared to America's 9.8 million square kilometers. I found this information on an article from CIA.gov. Singapore is a parliamentary republic country with a total resident population of 3.99 million people, and the majority of the population are women. The median age of its residents is 41 years old. About 75% of the population are Chinese, 13% are Malays, 9% are Indians, and 3% of other ethnicities. The residents of Singapore are also very diverse in terms of religious beliefs. Approximately 43% of the population are Buddhists, 19% are Christians, 18.5% with no religion, 14% are Muslims, 5% are Hindus, and less than 1% are from other religions. The most common languages in Singapore are English. Mandarin comes next, third, Chinese dialects, fourth, Bahasa Malay, and fifth, Tamil. In Singapore, the currency used is the Singapore dollar. I found this information on an article from singstat.gov.sg. Now that you know some facts about Singapore, let me introduce you to the three most popular destinations in the Lion City. First, the Merlion Park. The Merlion Park is home to the Merlion statue, Singapore's national icon. The statue was built by Lim Nang Seng and introduced to the public in 1972. Its body, which looks like a fish, is a symbol of Singapore's origin as a fishing village, and its lion-like head represents Singapore's original name, Singapura. Standing tall at 8.6 meters, the Merlion statue is an iconic landmark for tourists because it represents Singapore's great heritage. The statue was originally located at the mouth of the Singapore River, but in 2002, it was relocated to 120 meters away from its original spot to where it stands today. Tourists come to take pictures, admire the breathtaking view from the park, and they can also take a river cruise from the park to explore other famous attractions along the Singapore River. Next is the Flower Dome, located at Gardens by the Bay. The Flower Dome has been listed in the Guinness World Records as the largest glass greenhouse in the world, and it's very popular among tourists. The dome spans 1.2 hectares of land, and tourists from all over the world flock to witness the breathtaking beauty of the orchestra of plants from the Mediterranean and subtropical regions. The dome showcases exotic plants from 5 continents, which are displayed in 9 different gardens. Visitors can wander amongst thousands-year-old olive trees as they take in sights of the flower-filled display. Finally, we have the Night Safari. The Night Safari is opened in 1994 and located next to the Singapore Zoo. It's the world's first safari park for nocturnal animals. The park is home to over 2,500 animals from over 130 different species. Tourists can choose to explore the park by walking along the 4 trails available or by taking a 35-minute tram ride with live commentary from experienced park tour guides. Besides the unique attractions Singapore has to offer, Singaporeans are extra when it comes to celebrations. I'm going to talk about 2 that are the most widely and extravagantly celebrated. National Day is a national holiday established in 1966 to celebrate Singapore's independence and separation from the Federation of Malaysia in 1965 to become an independent nation of its own. The first National Day parade was held on the morning of 9 August 1966 at an open field called the Padang. The parade was attended by many influential Singaporeans, which included former President Yusof bin Ishak and former Defense Minister Gokeng Sui. The theme of the parade was national pride and confidence in the future. Today, Singaporeans celebrate their independence with a big parade, fireworks, and families would gather together and feast to celebrate one of their nation's most historical days. Next is the Chinese New Year. Also known as the Spring Festival, is a 2-day national holiday celebrated by the majority of Singaporeans that takes place on the 16th and 17th of February. It's undoubtedly the most important day in the Chinese calendar. Even weeks prior to this day, you can feel Chinese New Year vibes throughout the island. The streets of Chinatown will be lit up with decorative lanterns. Fruit vendors will start selling mandarin oranges, which are exchanged on the day as a token of good luck. And there will be seasonal markets too. And don't forget the remarkable lion dance performances, where talented performers mimic lion's movements in a lion costume and perform stunts. On the day, families gather and have a special feast on Chinese dishes, and the tradition on Chinese New Year is for parents and relatives to give hong pao, which is a red envelope containing money, to their children, and so do elders, to those who are not married yet and are younger than them. I found this information on an article from earresources.nlb.gov.sg. As you can see, Singapore have grown tremendously, started from a fishing village to becoming one of the most developed and modern nations in Asia. With the magnificent wonders it could offer, especially its world-class tourist destination, Singapore deserves to be on everyone's bucket list of places to visit. The strength and persistence of Singaporeans to fight for their freedom, no matter the consequences, and their collective effort to continuously strive to be ahead of the curve have made Singapore into the great tiny nation that it is today. Thank you for listening.